everyone, welcome to the Burnt Brass Homestead channel. In this video, I am going to detail what it's like heating our home with a wood-burning stove, and only a wood-burning stove. I don't think I have to say heating your home with gas, propane, or oil heat is much easier than with a wood stove. As with a gas and oil, you just set the thermostat and the appliance does all the work. But that is not the case with a wood-burning stove. Heating our house during the fall is pretty easy. It just gets a little interesting as the temperature fluctuates during the transition from fall to winter, as well as the transition from winter to spring. Most times during the transition period, it's easier to pull out sweatshirts and blankets than firing up the wood stove just for a few hours. But once winter is in full effect during the coldest month of January and February, the wood-burning stove basically runs non-stop. However, the fire does die down overnight as we sleep. This is when the temperature in the house starts to drop, and the house is at its coldest. As a matter of fact, unlike the fall, we have to load the wood-burning stove at least once in the middle of the night to keep the house above 50 degrees, if we have several days in a row where temperatures remain below freezing. We also have to load the wood-burning stove in the middle of the night if the temperatures outside drop down to the single digits. This is so that the inside temperatures do not drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit by the time we wake up in the morning. Our first task upon waking the next morning is to get the wood-burning stove up to temperature to heat the house. Outside temperatures have remained below freezing the past several days. It snowed 2 times with about 5 to 8 inches of total accumulation, and the snow turned into ice. The last 2 days, we saw overnight temperatures in the low teens with winds making it feel even colder, as in the single digits. So quite naturally, our focus was keeping the wood stove going to stay warm. I would guess we inserted 1 or 2 logs in the wood stove every hour or so to keep the temperature of the wood stove between 400 and 500 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Our home has a basement, first floor, second floor, and attic. The wood stove is on the first floor. It does a very good job at heating the living room and dining room. It does an okay job or a decent job at warming the other rooms on the first floor when the doors are open. Heat eventually makes its way upstairs. Because the temperatures have been below freezing the past several days and temps have dropped in the low teens overnight for multiple days, I have to check the mudroom and basement to ensure the temperatures are above 32 degrees in those areas. We have thermometers in those rooms. Otherwise, the pipes are in danger of freezing, at which point we have to take precautions. So upon waking up in the morning, the house is about 56 to 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, that's dependent on the outside temperatures, and it's also dependent on if we reload the wood stove in the middle of the night. Let's say around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. That's something that my husband does. It takes about 30 minutes for the area around the wood stove to warm up. It takes about 90 minutes to get the temperature to 60 degrees on the first floor and about another hour to get the temperature to 64 degrees Fahrenheit. This is thanks to the fan that helps circulate the air. Now, I know that some of you are thinking that's too cold, and that would be rather uncomfortable, but trust me, your body adjusts to these temperatures. Your body takes better care of you than you do of it. Plus, no one is running around with a tank top and shorts on. We are comfortable with sweatpants and a t-shirt. I personally prefer a long sleeve shirt or sweater. Blankets play a critical role in staying comfortable during the coldest winter days. A blanket that's draped over your legs or thrown around your shoulders when sitting. But I want to stress we are not shivering or suffering through the winter. We are just as comfortable as you are. In addition to the wood burning stove, we have oil heat in our house. We can turn the furnace on at any time to activate central heat throughout the house. But it really isn't necessary. The oil heat is our backup. The cool thing about a wood stove is that it provides us with heat even during power outages. If we are snowed in during a power outage, we take comfort in knowing that the wood stove will still operate and we can cook on it. I have a playlist dedicated to the wood stove. Consider watching those videos for more insight on our wood stove components and on the wood stove itself, and some of the products that help add moisture and move the heat around the house. I hope this video helps anyone considering the purchase of a wood burning stove. While it's a bit more hands on than gas or oil, more than a bit hands on, it is worth the extra work. We are too comfortable with modern conveniences and we have forgotten how to survive without them, which explains the dependency most people have on the system. Get out of the matrix.